I'm making one of these again. Just because mostly I wanted to play Void Fiend. But also, I had some stuff I wanted to get off my mind. One of them, uh, being something I really struggled with. And might struggle with, and probably will struggle with for a while. And that's the fear of being replaced. Um, Obviously, no one wants that. It really messes with, you know, finding value in yourself, which leads to so many positive things. And not having value in yourself or believing yourself or anything like that is incredibly unhealthy, right? You know, you gotta be yourself so you can show yourself to other people, you know, because when you're your truest self, that's when your real friends really like you, right? Oh, banger. So, um, that's weird advice that I started off with, but fear of being replaced. Oh, I should not have picked that up. I struggle with it. I spent like an hour tonight just working through that. Just like a lot of it was literally just sitting there feeling jealous and angry and resentful and bad. Just ugly, evil emotions that did nothing but hurt me. And it motivated me to sit down and talk, mostly. Because the song is way too intense. I also have lo-fi on in the background now. But I had a situation come up with a couple of my friends. And sometimes I just felt like I wish me and a certain friend were a lot closer than we were. And I mean, I haven't confronted them about that. I haven't asked them, hey, do you think we can be better friends? And that's probably a mistake on my part. It's probably what led to all those unhealthy feelings, you know. Because if I had clarity, it would help. But what the fuck? I think it would be nice if we were closer, but I guess it's clear to me now that they don't. It's not like they don't care about me. It's not like we're not friends. We're not, you know, good friends or anything. We are pretty good friends. I feel like I can talk to them about a lot of stuff, but it just hurt a little bit that we aren't as close as like this new friend. I guess like when you're new friends, you blossom stronger, right? I really can't decide what I want about this, I think. Right. It's like, I think it's like related to how a plant grows. where you have that brand new blossom and there's a flower, and the flower is beautiful and it smells good, and maybe it has some health benefits. I don't fucking know. But after a while, you're used to it. It's part of your routine to eat some of the petals every day. The smell, just like, you know, just what your house smells like now. So you don't really smell it because your nose is accustomed to it. But, you know, when it's brand new, it's all you want to smell. It's all you want to look at. You're so thrilled to have another living thing that you took care of, that you enjoy. And I guess my head friendships are the same way. Fuck. Now it's like, you know, maybe sometimes I'm the flower and worry that my lovely botanist will buy a new flower. You know? And as that old flower, I don't want to get, you know, put in like the guest bathroom or something, you know? Like, I guess I could be wish around the botanist more often. But I just have to accept that they care for me in different ways than I care for them. I haven't really thought about it, so I'm brainstorming on the spot, but they care. They are still watering me every day. They're still giving me nutrients in my own soil. They're still putting me in direct sunlight. It's not like I'm not being cared for. It's not like I'm withering. It's just that, you know, I wish I was more cared for. But that's an unfair thing to think. You can't sit there and like scream and cry, you know, and punch the walls that this person doesn't care about me. If you just sit there and do it, then like, so emotionally unhealthy. You're sitting there, you're wasting time, you're wasting your energy, and you're wasting your emotions, and you're losing your self-worth. You know, who you are is not determined by how many people care about you or who this one person cares about you. It's just like who you are. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Is this sorry. Discovering sense of self. You know, in the last couple of years, I had a pretty big, like, emotional health explosion. I used to be very depressed. I used to sit in my room, you know, like, I still have a memory of like one of my siblings brought home dinner from like Cane's or something, and I went out to get it, and they were like, "Okay, we'll see you tomorrow." It's a joke, right? And at the time, I was like, "Haha, yeah, probably." And then didn't really give much thought to it, you know. I just went back in my room and played League. But now it's like I'm more aware of like everything going on in my head, I mean, doing these videos helps a lot too. You know, we're just being introspective, but I'm getting sidetracked. Leaning on someone for your sense of self is ugly. In my experience, at least. I'm not a trained professional in any way. I'm just a guy who has learned a lot. And I just like sharing my story. And tonight's story is pretty much that. I was hurting. And then, you know what I did? Instead of sitting around feeling bad with the failure of my one friendship that I thought it was, I went to a completely different friendship. And I just talked to them. I was like, hey, this is one of my friends who, you know, I'm open with and I can be open with. And, you know, just we talked for like an hour, you know, about just like random things, everything. And it cheered me up because it made me realize I was being stupid. You know, I was being childish with my emotions. And one of the ways I was I had someone who I loved and who loved me. And they stopped loving me. And I didn't know. So I just kept loving them until they didn't. And they didn't tell me. And then it was just a really gross falling out. She called me out in front of people and left. Just cut ties, you know. Wasn't pretty. And I think that was the start of my self-care journey. It made me want to be a better person, to not have my sense of self derived from someone else's opinion, you know? Because if they were feeling bad, I was feeling bad. If they were happy, I was happy. I was just a fucking NPC, you know? I was a Fallout 4 companion, and I didn't want that. I was tired of that. So I stopped. And because of that whole experience, something tonight I also realized is that it was tough because of this person who hurt me in the past. The situation that I ran into tonight was so personal to me. Like, it hurt more than it should have because I was replaced before and without warning. And now it's just like the untold situation was just for me to just deal with it, you know? And I did, you know? And it hurt me for a long time. And tonight, I came across the idea that, you know, yeah, I got hurt. Yeah, this is a similar situation. Does it make it the same situation? To me, I thought so. Even though it's completely different people with different setup, different scenario, I was like, okay, well, It's all falling apart. But it wasn't. After talking with one of my friends, I realized, damn, I'm stupid. Just because this happened before doesn't make it the same thing. And I should never let my past make my present. Now, there's certainly wisdom from past experiences that I actually drew on tonight. Like, I related the scenarios. I realized how utterly different they were. I realized that instead of being jealous for this botanist taking care of this other flower, I was happy. I was happy that I had a flower to sit next to. You know? A flower to share the sun with. And it was a little surreal to me. Like, I got a little giddy from realizing it. Like, I didn't realize how happy I would feel. I was gatekeeping myself. Damn. From feeling this. And that was the main idea that I was going to draw from tonight. Was that just because you've been hurt before, traumatized with something before, doesn't mean it's always going to happen. Doesn't mean that every scenario is like that, I guess. Like, saying it out loud feels incredibly obvious. But it's hard to realize in the moment that it's different. Hard to realize sometimes that they actually care about me. That they're not behind me, plotting against me. It's a hard pill to swallow for me sometimes. It's hard for me to realize that someone who I'm genuinely close to and care about cares about me. And I'm not trying to downplay trauma or anything like that, but it's just like, you know, I was tired of it defining me, I guess. Like, it's been probably close to 3 years since that one person hurt me and ran out of my life. And I was still like, tonight I was like, man, I should go and blame them. I should find them and talk to them and say, you broke me forever. And I hate you. I could do that. Or I could not. I could realize what happened, do my best to not make the same mistakes, and try and get any wisdom I can from the situation. Which I did tonight, and I was pretty proud of myself. Because that's hard sometimes. Oh, okay. I thought that was a fucking harvester safe. It's You know, it's hard. um, it's hard being mature, I guess, sometimes. I've had a bit of a rough week, and you know, sometimes it just feels like it doesn't end. So I get overwhelmed or something. I'm just upset or actually says. Something like that, you know? Got tired of letting my past define me. So I let it go. I understand that I've been hurt before. I understand that this person might not care. They hurt me or not realize it or anything like that. But, you know, bastard. Misa likey. Where do you get self-worth from? Yeah, talk about this less than the other video I made, but it's a hard question for me to answer right now. So right now, I don't know. I'm just going through the motions right now. I don't really like it. You know? Really hate the idea that if you keep going through life, don't stop to turn around every once in a while, you're gonna miss it. And I mean, I'm 22, you know. I have a lot of life to live. It's so fucking bright. You know. No, bro. I don't know. Maybe that's really all I had to say. It's hard. um, yeah. I'm pretty satisfied, I think. Probably not gonna finish this run. So I hope you got anything from this. If you got one thing, that I did it right.